Have you ever noticed your cat acting completely different around certain people? Maybe your usually friendly tabby suddenly hisses at a new neighbor. Or your shy rescue cat immediately curls up in the lap of a stranger who just walked through the door. We often joke about our pets having a sixth sense. But what if I told you that your cat's judgment isn't just a random mood swing? What if they actually know something you don't? It turns out that your cat is doing a lot more than just judging you for being 5 minutes late with dinner. They are constantly analyzing, processing, and evaluating every human that crosses their path. And here's the scary part. Science says they are almost never wrong. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of feline perception to uncover why you should never ignore your cat's opinion of someone and the hidden abilities they possess that might just shock you. Let's start with something that might change how you look at your furry friend forever. For years, dog lovers have bragged about how well their pups understand humans. But cats? They've been quietly observing us from the shadows, and they might be the ultimate judges of character. John Bradshaw, a biologist who has spent over 20 years studying the behavior of domestic cats, discovered something incredible. He found that cats don't just passively observe the world around them, they actively assess it psychologically. When your cat stares at someone, they aren't just zoning out, they are analyzing micro behaviors that you and I completely miss. We humans are easily distracted by words. Someone says something nice, and we assume they are a nice person. But cats, they don't speak English, or Spanish, or French. They speak the language of behavior, and they are fluent in authenticity. They strip away the social niceties and look straight at the raw data, posture, breathing patterns, and energy shifts. Think about a time you felt uncomfortable around someone, but couldn't explain why. Maybe they were smiling and saying all the right things, but your gut said run. Your cat feels that too, but with supercharged senses. They are processing over 3,000 behavioral cues that fly right over our head. While you are listening to someone's excuses, your cat is watching their pupil dilation, sensing the tiny tremors in their muscles, and smelling the chemical changes in their sweat that indicate stress or deception. They are essentially natural lie detectors, walking around on 4 legs. This isn't just anecdotal evidence from crazy cat ladies, either. A massive study conducted in the UK by the University of Nottingham-Trent and the University of Lincoln backed this up. They looked at over 3,000 cat owner pairs. That is a huge sample size. What they found was mind-blowing. The study confirmed that cats are experts at reading subtle body language and micro-expressions. They pick up on emotional states and behavioral energy patterns that are invisible to the naked human eye. The researchers found that a cat's dislike of a person is rarely without cause. If your cat, who usually loves everyone, suddenly avoids a specific friend or partner, pay attention. They might be picking up on hidden intentions or suppressed aggression that the person is trying to hide. It's almost like they have a built-in radar for bad vibes. They detect the misalignment between what a person is showing on the outside and what they are feeling on the inside. That dissonance, that fakeness, is a major red flag to a cat. But it goes deeper than just spotting the bad guy. Your cat is also deeply tuned into your emotional state. You might think you are doing a great job hiding your stress or sadness, but your cat knows. Dr. Jennifer Vonk and Dr. Mariah Galvin conducted research specifically on feline emotional sensitivity. They found that cats can recognize human sadness, anxiety, and stress, often responding with comforting behaviors. This makes total sense from an evolutionary perspective. Throughout history, cats had to be incredibly shrewd to survive. They needed to know which humans were safe to approach for food and shelter, and which ones posed a threat. Being able to read human intention wasn't just a party trick, it was a matter of life and death. The cats that could accurately judge character survived and passed those genes down to the little furball currently sleeping on your keyboard. And here is where it gets really wild. This connection is so strong that cats often mirror their owners. An Italian study showed that cats and their owners often synchronize their behaviors and emotional states. If you are anxious, your cat becomes anxious. If you are calm, they are calm. But they don't just mirror you, they anticipate you. Because they are so tuned into your baseline, they can detect early signals of illness or mood changes, sometimes 24 hours before you even notice them yourself. They sense temperature changes in your body, subtle shifts in your breathing rhythm, and even chemical signals released from your skin. There are countless stories of cats alerting their owners to serious health issues, like seizures or low blood sugar, long before medical devices picked them up. So when we talk about a cat's sixth sense, we aren't talking about magic. We are talking about a highly evolved, sophisticated sensory array that is working 24/7. They are monitoring the environment for threats, and that includes the people you bring into your life. Imagine this scenario. You bring a new date home. They seem perfect. They are charming. They bring flowers. They say all the right things. But your cat, who usually greets guests with a head bump, stays hidden under the bed and growls low in their throat. You might be tempted to apologize, to say, "Oh, he's just in a weird mood today." But based on everything we know about feline psychology and their ability to read microcues, you should probably take a step back and ask yourself what your cat is seeing that you aren't. Are they sensing a spike in adrenaline from your date? Are they hearing a tone of voice that indicates aggression masked as humor? Are they smelling pheromones that signal danger? We often tell ourselves to trust our gut, but honestly, we should probably trust our cats more. They don't have the social pressure to be polite. They don't care if they make things awkward. They only care about safety and authenticity. It is a humbling thought, isn't it? We like to think we are the superior species, the ones in charge. But in reality, we are sharing our homes with tiny, furry psychologists who are constantly conducting a behavioral analysis of everyone we know. They see us when we are vulnerable. They see us when we are faking it. And they see the truth in others that we are often too blind to see. So the next time your cat acts strangely around someone, don't scold them. Don't force them to be friendly. Watch them. Watch their ears. Are they pinned back? Watch their tail. Is it twitching with agitation? Watch their eyes. Are they dilated and fixed? These are not random action. They are data points. Your cat is communicating with you in the only language they know. They are telling you, "Hey, something is off here. This energy isn't right. This person isn't who they say they are." And considering their track record, considering the thousands of years of evolution that have honed these instincts, it is a warning you would be foolish to ignore. Your cat is more than just a pet. They are a guardian, a confidant, and a sentinel. They navigate a world of sensory information that is vastly richer and more complex than our own. They know when you are sad before you cry. They know when you are sick before you feel a fever. And they know when someone is bad news before they have even said a word. So, cherish that bond. Respect their instincts. And remember, if your cat doesn't like someone, there is a very good chance you shouldn't either. Because in the end, your cat knows best. They have been watching, analyzing, and judging for a very long time, and they are almost never wrong. Give your little lie detector an extra treat tonight. They have probably saved you from more trouble than you will ever know. Have you ever had your cat start acting strangely for no apparent reason? Maybe they suddenly won't leave your side, or they keep sniffing and pawing at a specific spot on your body. It's easy to dismiss this as just quirky cat behavior. But what if it's something more? What if your cat is trying to tell you something vital about your health? We've already explored how cats are uncanny judges of human character, but their hidden abilities go much deeper than that. Today, we're going to uncover the shocking truth about your cat's role as a medical detector. It's a capability so powerful and so scientifically backed that it might just save your life. You'll never look at your purring companion the same way again. Let's begin with a story that sounds like something out of a supernatural thriller, but is 100% real and documented in one of the most prestigious medical journals in the world. Meet Oscar, a cat who lived in a nursing home in Rhode Island. Oscar wasn't just any cat. He had an extraordinary and solemn gift. He accurately predicted the deaths of over 100 residents. Hours before a patient was about to pass away, Oscar would enter their room, hop onto the bed, and curl up beside them, staying there until the very end. His accuracy was so flawless that the staff began calling family members as soon as they saw Oscar making his rounds. This wasn't a coincidence. An article in the New England Journal of Medicine proposed that Oscar was detecting specific biochemicals released by dying cells. These chemicals, like ketones and other volatile organic compounds, have a distinct smell that is completely unnoticeable to humans, but crystal clear to a cat. This brings us to one of the most powerful tools in your cat's arsenal, their sense of smell. It's almost a superpower when you compare it to our own. Humans have about 5 million scent receptors in our noses, which sounds like a lot until you learn that your cat has 200 million. That's 40 times more powerful. But they don't stop there. Cats also have a special second scent system called the vomeronasal organ, located on the roof of their mouth. When you see your cat holding its mouth slightly open, a behavior known as the phlegm response, they're using this organ to perform an in-depth chemical analysis of the air. They are literally tasting the scents around them. So, what does this incredible sense of smell have to do with you? Everything. Your body is a chemical factory. And when something goes wrong, the chemistry changes. Illnesses, even serious ones, often produce unique chemical signatures long before physical symptoms appear. And your cat can smell them. Take cancer, for example. Cancer cells produce and release different volatile organic compounds than healthy cells. To a cat's hypersensitive nose, these changes create a distinct scent. There are numerous documented cases of cats who have saved their owners' lives by detecting cancer. People report their cats obsessively sniffing, pawing at, or even trying to lie on a specific part of their body. Annoyed, the owner finally gets it checked out, only for doctors to discover a tumor exactly where the cat was indicating. The cat smelled the disease long before any medical test could have found it. It's the same with diabetes. A person experiencing a sudden drop or spike in their blood sugar levels undergoes a subtle chemical change. Their breath and skin can emit a slightly different scent. While a human wouldn't notice a thing, a cat can detect this shift immediately. They might become agitated, meow insistently, or paw at their owner to alert them to the dangerous change, giving them precious time to take their medication. Cats have also been known to predict seizures. Before a person has a seizure, their body chemistry and behavior can change in ways that are almost imperceptible. Your cat, ever the vigilant observer, picks up on these minute alterations in scent and behavior. They might become overly affectionate, or conversely, try to herd their owner to a safe place, acting as an organic early warning system. These aren't just isolated incidents. The evidence is overwhelming. Your cat's behavior is directly linked to what they detect in you, both physically and emotionally. You might notice they become more clingy when you're feeling unwell or stressed out. They aren't just looking for a warm lap. They are responding to the physical and chemical signals your body is giving off. Their cuddling isn't just comforting, it's diagnostic. Beyond just detecting illness, having a cat can actively improve your health. The science is clear. Cat owners have a 30% lower risk of suffering a heart attack or stroke. A big part of this CAT scan protection comes from a seemingly simple act: purring. A cat's purr isn't just a sign of happiness. It's a form of self-healing and a therapeutic tool for you. The frequency of a domestic cat's purr ranges from 20 to 50 hertz. Vibrations within this specific range have been scientifically shown to have profound healing effects on the human body. These sound frequencies can help heal bones and tissues, reduce inflammation and swelling, and lower blood pressure. When you're sitting with a purring cat on your chest, you're not just relaxing, you're undergoing a form of sound therapy. The vibrations can literally lower your stress hormone, cortisol, and help your body repair itself on a cellular level. Think about that for a moment. The creature you feed and scoop litter for possesses a biological ability to detect cancer, predict seizures, and produce a sound that can heal your bones and lower your risk of a heart attack. It's truly incredible. So the next time your cat pays unusual attention to a part of your body, don't just shoo them away, pay attention. They are communicating with you in the most profound way they can. They are using a sensory world we can't even begin to imagine to watch over you. Your cat isn't just a pet. They are a furry, four-legged medical alert system, a purring therapist, and a silent guardian of your health. We often underestimate them, seeing them as aloof or independent. But the reality is, they are deeply connected to us, tuned into our well-being in ways that science is only just beginning to understand. The bond you share with your cat is more than just companionship. It's a powerful, symbiotic relationship. They watch over you, and in return, you provide them with a safe and loving home. So listen to your cat, trust their instincts, because their instincts are powered by a sensory system that is nothing short of miraculous. That strange new behavior might not be so strange after all. It might be the most important message you ever receive. Have you ever watched your cat staring intently at a blank wall and wondered what on earth they are looking at? Or have you seen them suddenly sprint across the room, banking off the sofa like a parkour athlete, chasing absolutely nothing? We usually laugh it off. We call them crazy or say they have the zoomies. But the truth is, your cat isn't crazy. They are just operating on a level of physical reality that you and I can't even begin to perceive. We have spent a lot of time talking about how cats judge character and detect illness. But today we are going to look at the hardware that makes all of that possible. We are going to break down the physical superpowers that turn your adorable, fluffy house pet into one of nature's most efficient and sophisticated biological machines. Because when you really look at the science, your cat is basically a superhero living in your living room. Let's start with their vision, because this is where the difference between their world and ours becomes immediately obvious. You might think you see your home clearly, but compared to your cat, you are practically walking around with blinders on. First of all, cats have a field of view of 210 degrees, compared to our measly 180 degrees. This means they can see things happening almost behind their heads without even moving. But it's not just about how wide they can see, it's about what they can see. Did you know that cats can see ultraviolet light? To us, the world is made up of the visible spectrum. But for a cat, there is a whole hidden layer of glowing patterns and markers that we are completely blind to. Flowers, urine trails, and even certain fabrics look completely different to them. And when the lights go out, their superpowers kick into overdrive. They possess a layer of tissue behind their retina called the tympum lucidum. That's what makes their eyes glow eerily in flash photos. This mirror-like structure reflects light back through the retina, giving them night vision that is 7 times better than a human's. While you are stumbling around in the dark looking for the light switch, your cat is navigating a brightly lit landscape with perfect precision. Their pupils are marvels of engineering, capable of making over 300 micro-adjustments to control light intake, whereas our eyes make only about 15. They are constantly fine-tuning their vision to ensure they never miss a single movement. But if you think their eyes are impressive, wait until you hear about their ears. If your cat's ears were on a human, they would look like massive satellite dishes, and that is essentially what they are. Each of your cat's ears is controlled by 32 individual muscles. To put that in perspective, humans have 6, and most of us can't even wiggle them. These muscles allow your cat to rotate their ears 180 degrees independently of each other. They can be listening to you in the kitchen with one ear while tracking a fly in the hallway with the other. Their hearing range is simply staggering. Humans can hear up to about 20,000 hertz. Cats? They can hear frequencies between 65,000 and 1. They can literally hear the electricity buzzing in your walls, or the ultrasonic squeaks of a mouse hiding under the floorboards. And their precision is terrifyingly accurate. From a meter away, a cat can pinpoint the location of a sound within a margin of just 7 centimeters. So when they are staring at that blank wall, they aren't spacing out. They are likely hearing a termite chewing on a stud or a spider walking across the drywall. They are tuned into a soundscape that is completely silent to you. Now let's talk about that nose again. We touched on this before, but physically, their scent system is a masterpiece of evolution. It's not just that they have a better sense of smell. They have a dual scent system that allows them to detect microscopic chemical changes in the air. They can smell visitors who left your house days ago. Imagine walking into a room and being able to smell the ghost of someone who was there last Tuesday. That is your cat's reality. They are constantly reading the chemical history of their environment, picking up on emotional signals and health-related molecular shifts that tell them the entire story of what has happened in their territory. But all these sensory superpowers would be useless if they didn't have the body to back them up. And make no mistake, the physical construction of a cat is baffling. Have you ever seen a cat pour itself into a tiny box or squeeze under a door gap that looks impossibly small? We often joke that cats are liquid, and biologically, we aren't far off. A human body has no 106 bones. Your much smaller cat has 23. That extra bone density gives them incredible flexibility. but the real secret lies in their shoulder. Unlike humans, whose shoulder blades are attached to the skeleton by bone, a cat's shoulder blades are attached only by muscle. This means they have floating shoulders. If a cat can fit its head through an opening, it can usually fit its entire body through, because its shoulders can literally collapse inward. Their spine is also able to rotate 180 degrees, allowing them to twist and turn in midair with zero effort. This is the secret behind the famous righting reflex. If a cat falls, their inner ear balance system takes over, and their flexible spine allows them to twist their front half and back half independently, ensuring they almost always land on their feet. And when they need to move, they move with explosive power. A domestic cat can jump 6 times its own height from a standing start. To put that in human terms, that would be like you standing on the sidewalk and jumping over a 2-story building without a running start. Their leg muscles are like coiled springs, designed for sudden bursts of immense energy. Combined with a reaction time that is 6 times faster than a human's, they are essentially a blur of motion that our eyes can barely track. By the time you realize a glass is falling off the table, your cat has probably already watched it fall, calculated the trajectory, and decided whether or not to catch it. But perhaps the most shocking physical ability of all is one that we often mistake for simple affection. We talked about how purring can heal humans. But did you know that purring is actually a mechanism cats use to heal themselves? It is a biomechanical regeneration tool. Cats don't just purr when they are happy, they purr when they are injured or frightened. Why? Because the frequencies they produce, between 25 and 50 hertz, are the exact frequencies that promote bone density and healing. Frequencies around 100 hertz help repair soft tissue. When a cat is purring, they are essentially sitting in a personal hyperbaric chamber of sound vibrations. They are stimulating their own bodies to repair fractures, reduce swelling, and manage pain. It is a survival mechanism that allows them to recover from injuries much faster than dogs or humans. They are self-repairing biological machines. So when you look at your cat sleeping in a sunbeam, looking like the picture of laziness, remember what is happening under the hood. You are looking at a creature with night vision goggles, ultrasonic hearing aids, a chemical analysis lab in its nose, a skeletal structure that defies the laws of physics, and a built-in sonic healing device. They are apex predators who have decided to tolerate living in our houses. It puts their behavior in a whole new light, doesn't it? When they zoom around at 3 a.m., they are testing their reflexes. When they stare into the dark, they are watching a light show we can't see. And when they curl up on you and purr, they aren't just saying, "I love you." They are sharing their superpower of healing with you. Never underestimate the physical prowess of your cat. They are faster, more flexible, and more tuned in to the physical world than we could ever dream of being. They are small, yes, but in terms of pure biological engineering, they are giants. So the next time your cat judges someone, or alerts you to something you can't see, trust them. They have the equipment to know the truth, and they are using every single one of those superpowers to keep their territory and you safe. Have you ever been sitting alone, feeling a wave of sadness wash over you, and suddenly your cat appears out of nowhere, hops onto your lap, and starts to purr? Or maybe you felt a surge of anxiety about something, and your cat, who was sleeping soundly across the room, gets up, comes over, and headbutts your hand. We often see these as sweet, comforting gestures, but what if they are not a coincidence? What if this is evidence of a connection so deep it operates beyond our 5 senses? We've uncovered how cats judge character, detect disease, and possess physical superpowers that defy belief. But now we are diving into the most mysterious and powerful ability of all: the invisible emotional connection they share with us. This is where science meets intuition, and the bond you have with your cat is revealed to be more profound than you could ever imagine. Let's start with a phenomenon called emotional mirroring. We all know cats are observant, but their perception goes beyond just watching us. They feel with us. Studies have shown that cats mirror their owners' emotions with stunning accuracy. But here's the truly mind-bending part. They often sense and reflect our emotional state hours before we are even consciously aware of it ourselves. You might be heading for a stress-induced headache, but your body starts releasing subtle chemical signals long before the pain hits. Your cat picks up on these signals and may become more attentive or anxious themselves, mirroring a feeling you haven't even named yet. They are living, breathing emotional barometers. This connection isn't just passive, it's actively regulating our body. The mere presence of a cat has been shown to measurably lower stress markers in humans. People with long-term cat ownership often report increased emotional stability and resilience. It's as if living with these highly tuned emotional beings helps to calibrate our own nervous system. They provide a constant, quiet source of stability in a chaotic world. We've talked about how a cat's purr has healing frequencies, but new bioacoustic research suggests something even more incredible. It's possible that cats are not just purring at a random frequency. They may be intentionally tuning their purr to what their owner needs. Think about that. Your cat might be sensing your specific physical or emotional distress and adjusting their purr to a frequency that is most likely to help heal you. Whether it's for bone repair, tissue inflammation, or simply to soothe your frayed nerve. They aren't just self-healing machines, they are personalized therapists. This deep sensitivity extends beyond just our personal emotional state. It connects to the world around us. For centuries, folklore has told of animals acting strangely before natural disaster. It turns out this is especially true for cats. There are countless documented reports of cats behaving erratically before earthquakes, major storms, and other significant environmental shifts. They might hide, become unusually vocal, or try to herd their families to safety. Scientists believe they may be detecting things we can't, like subtle shifts in the Earth's electromagnetic field, or hearing subsonic vibrations that precede a seismic event. They are an early warning system not just for our health, but for the health of the planet. This is where we venture into territory that science struggles to explain. Let's call it telepathy-like behavior. How many times have you been thinking deeply about your cat, only for them to walk into the room at that exact moment? How do they seem to know when you are experiencing silent grief, showing up to offer a comforting presence without you having shed a single tear? Or when you feel internally vulnerable or scared, they suddenly become more protective, placing themselves between you and a perceived threat. It's a level of intuition that feels almost psychic. Some researchers believe this stems from a phenomenon known as neurological synchronization. Brain scans have revealed that cats and their owners can develop similar emotional processing patterns over time. The longer you are together, the more your brains literally get on the same wavelength. Your bond strengthens into a form of deep, intuitive understanding that bypasses the need for words or even obvious actions. Your cat doesn't need to see you cry. They feel your sorrow on a neurological level. And this brings us back to their uncanny ability to judge character. We know they read body language and smell chemical changes, but many owners will tell you, it feels like something more. Cats seem to sense a person's core authenticity. They react not just to what a person is doing, but to who they are on the inside. They can tell the difference between genuine kindness and polite fakeness. It's an instinct that goes beyond the measurable, into the realm of pure emotional intelligence. So what does this all mean? It means the creature purring on your sofa is so much more than a pet. They are a guardian, a healer, an emotional protector, and a super-sensory being, all wrapped in one furry package. The human-cat bond is one of the most mysterious and profound interspecies relationships on Earth. Their abilities constantly challenge what science thinks it knows about intelligence, consciousness, and the nature of connection itself. We need to start listening to them. We need to trust their instincts and reactions far more than we do. When your cat tells you someone is bad news, believe them. When they are trying to alert you to something in your body, pay attention. When they offer you comfort, accept that it's coming from a place of deep intuitive knowledge. They are not aloof or uncaring. They are ancient, wise souls who have chosen to share our lives, watching over us with abilities we are only just beginning to comprehend. They see the unseen, hear the unheard, and feel the unsaid. They are our silent protectors and our quiet healers. The greatest gift we can give them in return is to trust them, because in a world full of noise and deception, your cat knows the truth.